Kia Rushton's Frankfort hot dogs, energized by senior night, hopes to derail the Danville Warriors tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky, along with Laura Archibald from Case Arena here in Frankfort, a Sagamore Athletic Conference matchup. And Laura, for Frankfort to win tonight, what the Kia Rushton's club need to do this evening?
They really would have to be consistent. That's something they've struggled with all season. But when they play well, they play very well. So we think, especially with it being senior night, they hope those seniors will come out, lead them, and be consistent and lead them to a victory tonight.
For the Hot Dogs, are coming off two consecutive losses, 2-0 to Kokomo, 3-0 to Crawfordsville. On the flip side, Danville has two victories in a row. Their streak, 3-0 over Southmont, 3-0 over University. For Frankfort, Kia Rushton, 9-17 this year. They do have two victories in the Sagamore Conference.
They do. That is a very tough conference this year, and there's a couple of schools that are definitely at the top there. I think this is an important matchup tonight to see who can beat who in this league playoff.
And Lauren Thomas at Danville is 13-15 this year. They're also 2-4 in the conference. Unique thing about the Warriors, I think they've turned the tide right now. At one point in the season, they lost their first 5 matches, and since then, they're 13-10.
Yeah, they are certainly playing much better, and like you said, they're coming off of some wins here. They had a rough start, but after those first few weeks of the season, they've actually really come together and are playing much better.
Statistically, Danville's getting a lot of action from their setter this season, 585 assists in those 28 matches. In 26 matches, Frankfort just 422 assists. So you can see that Danville is a very strong team in terms of sharing the ball.
They are, and they have 3 players with over 100 kills for the season, and that shows you the kind of variety and versatility that their offensive attack has. That is certainly an advantage to a setter.
For Frankfort, much like Danville, they've kind of turned the tide too in their season. Started out 2-9, and then they've gone 7-8. So they put together some win. As you mentioned, they could be a dangerous team tonight.
They could. That's the whole thing with them. You just don't know what team's going to show up, and not just match to match, but unfortunately sometimes game to game. And Frankfort also has 3 players with over 100 kills on the season, and that is something I don't think that was really expected coming into the season.
Laura, tonight is senior night at Frankfort. 7 seniors will finish their career here at Case Arena. That's quite a few.
It is, and I think people see there's 7 seniors on this roster, and they think that they probably should have a better record. But the truth is, of those 7 seniors, only a few of them have really seen a lot of varsity playing time before this year. So they have some seniors that are just new to the varsity level and who are role players for the Hot Dogs.
2 outstanding seniors for Danville on the flip side, Katie Lawrence and Maddie Shelley, along with freshman Sophia Windmiller, youth and veteran experience for Coach Thomas's club.
Yeah, they actually have a really nice balance of upperclassmen and underclassmen. I think that lends well to their future. They will lose some senior leadership, but they have a lot of young players that are getting a lot of playing time and have really improved over the season.
Talk about senior Bella Colby, 171 kills this year, and for Danville, their top hitter this season has 145 in the freshman Windmiller. So if Colby can get hot, Frankfort's got a chance.
Absolutely. It really comes down to Frankfort's defense and passing. When they pass well and they can run their offense, Macy Stera and Bella Colby both can put the ball away at any given time. Unfortunately, Frankfort doesn't always pass well enough for that to happen.
Well, the Frankfort Hot Dogs again this year coming into the match 9-17 against the Danville Warriors squad at 13-15, and Frankfort will serve first in tonight's match.
The Hot Dogs today in the pink breast cancer awareness jerseys on the left side of your screen.
Free ball action for Frankfort. This one is out, and Danville takes the lead at 1-0. So the Warriors will serve right now. And I believe the server is Macklin Knuckles. She's averaging 83.1%, and that is her 13th ace of the season.
Yeah, that was a nice serve, and nice job there from Haley Goodwin on the block.
2-0 Danville. Dig on the backside for Frankfort. And the Hot Dogs with the kill, and they put it away. It's 2-1.
Yeah, that is exactly what Frankfort wants to be able to do. They want to be able to run that offense, keep that set to the outside a little bit lower, so the blocker can't get out there and put that ball down the line.
And the serve is in, and a point for Danville. It's 3-1.
Danville coming out serving very aggressively in this game one. I have to think that's part of their game plan. Frankfort can struggle with passing at times. If they've watched a lot of film on Frankfort, I think that is definitely something that Danville is planning to do, is serve aggressively.
The server is actually Belle Brown, number 1. She leads Danville in serving this year at 91.6%. That is her 39th ace of the season. She's also an outstanding setter coming to this match tonight with 231 assists. Pretty good defensive player with 136 digs as well.
Yeah, and she's outstanding for a freshman. She doesn't play like a freshman at all. I would assume she probably plays a lot of club ball at a high level, because she does not get rattled out there on the floor at all for a freshman.
On the outside with a big swing is number 9, the freshman Sophia Windmiller with the kill, her 146 of the season. The freshman also has 255 assists this year. She's been phenomenal for Coach Thomas this year in the Warriors.
Yeah, she has, and that's that balance we were talking about earlier. They just have a couple of outstanding freshmen who really are the leaders of this team. It's nice to have those seniors to rely on, but they definitely put a lot of faith into their freshman class.
Frankfort with the point. Previously is Tara Martinez with the dink, but Danville comes back with a kill on the outside. Number 4, Haley Godwin. Godwin now with her 87th kill of the season. Jump serve for Danville, and here comes Frankfort on the attack. Good block at the net. And this one.
Danville's looking very aggressive tonight. I love the way they're starting. I think it's going to be a quick timeout here for Coach Rushton.
And that was Reese Speckman with the kill on the left side, her 107th kill of the season. And as you talk about, Kia Rushton for Frankfort calls timeout. Let's talk about one of our game sponsors tonight. It's the ISC Sports Network. Stay connected to the ISC all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app stores. Watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. And our game tonight is brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information. And Laura, right now, it's all Danville.
It has been. They have come out to a very strong start. Very, very aggressive, especially serving. And, you know, I'm sure they knew that was a weakness for the Hot Dogs coming in, but they have exploited that very well here in early game one.
Marilyn Knuckles now to serve, number 3. We talked about earlier, 83.1% from the back line. And a service error, a receiving error there for Frankfort again. They're just not focused early on in this contest.
Yeah, and I knew that, you know, certainly serve receive is a weakness for them, but you have to give some of this credit to Danville. They are serving very aggressively.
9-1 Warriors in the first set of this match from Case Arena here in Frankfort. There's a solid block at the net by Frankfort, and the Hot Dogs get the point. Good job up front by Sydney Whitaker, number 3, and it is side out Hot Dogs.
Yes, that was a great block, and really Frankfort needs that if they want to change the momentum of this game.
2-9 Hot Dogs to serve here in the first set. Free ball, a little dink, and there will be a point. Tara Martinez, I believe, with the point. Make that Stinnett. That was Macy Starrett, number 8, with the kill, her 160th of the year. She leads the Hot Dogs in that category.
And Frankfort actually has a very good offense. They just don't get to run it enough because of their serve receiving defense. When they pass well, they do have certainly 3 really solid hitters in Adamson, Sterrett, and Colby that can put the ball down. They just need to be able to set those 3 hitters up on a more consistent basis.
Katie Lawrence with the last kill for Danville. 10-3 Warriors at another point, double hit. And the Warriors on top earlier, in control of this match, 11-3. And there's another point, a little dink in the middle of the court.
I hate that. That was probably the best serve receive pass they've had all night, but then they all rushed forward. Very smart play on the part of Danville just to poke that ball back over deep into the court.
Jocelyn Piercy, number 20, with a little dink for the Warriors. 12-3.
There's a perfect example. It's just hard to run an offense when your setter's 5 feet behind the hitting line.
And for the Warriors, that was Katie Lawrence off the block out of bounds in the point, her 82nd kill of the season. And the Warriors on top, 13-3. And another serve upcoming for Danville. Tip goes out of bounds, and again, solid serving for Danville, although it appears maybe the ball did go inbounds.
Yeah, I do believe they called it in. It was very close.
Wow, big power on the outside by the freshman Windmiller with the kill. It's 14-4 Danville.
She's very impressive. That was not even a great set, and she was able to stay behind the ball and put it in a hole there. And she's got a pretty decent block in front of her, so that was a really nice play by the freshman.
Again, an outstanding serve for the Warriors, 15-4 in set 1.
I think if you're Coach Rushton, you're really going to have to try to find some sort of trio back there to pass that's a little more consistent than what you're doing now.
And another outstanding serve by number 11, Kate West. West has 20 aces this year, 97.2% from the service line. She's very solid, efficient for Coach Thomas. And a block of the net by number 20, Jocelyn Piercy, the junior.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful pass, and that was exactly the kind of pass you want to try to do that on. But you have to look through the net and see if you have a blocker there. And unfortunately, she didn't do that, and she hit right into that block.
Fortunately for Frankfort, there's an error on the serve. It's 5-17, Hot Dogs with the side out, and now it's Frankfort's turn to try to put up points with the southpaw from the service line. Nice dig on the backside by Kate West. The set there by number 1 for Danville Bell Brown. She leads the team with 232 assists, and it's Danville 18, Frankfort 5.
Yeah, that time they took advantage of the senior Amber Houchin, who's blocking in the middle there. There's a player who doesn't have a lot of volleyball experience on the varsity level prior to this year, and so sometimes she gets caught out of position. But that was a really nice kill by her right there that Frankfort really needed.
Amber Houchin, number 12, her 44th kill of the season. 6-18.
She's actually a tremendous blocker for no more experience than she has, and her hitting has certainly improved drastically over the course of the season.
And she's got 32 blocks on the season, leading this squad. You're dead right. It's a double hit, unfortunately for Frankfort there. And it's a point for the Warriors. It's 6-19. Let's take a good look at number 8, Macy Sterrett.
There was a nice block by Houchin.
And again, Bell Brown with a little dink on that side in the point. And Danville 20-6.
Danville's doing a nice job of keeping a fast-paced game and keeping it moving, catching Frankfort out of place defensively very frequently, and it's hard to cover the entire floor when you're still moving when they're hitting the ball. And that's unfortunately what Frankfort is doing right now.
Another outstanding serve for Jocelyn Piercy, 21-6 Frankfort. And Coach Rushton wants a timeout for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, I think a good timeout there for her. Try to get this team to regroup a little bit.
A couple of our game sponsors tonight. Healthy Communities of Clinton County. The Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition was formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who were interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice, the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. And another game sponsor is Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They are also certified in toppers wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at www.defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram as we play through. And Danville gets another kill. That's Windmiller, the freshman, and another sound point for the Warriors.
Yeah, Windmiller is just very impressive. Really, both of these freshmen that start for Danville are that, they are leaders out there and they want the ball. They're hungry for the kill, and that is really something you don't see a lot in freshmen, but they are doing a fabulous job.
Danville playing the ball in. Again, Windmiller with the block of the net. Looked like Houchy got her hand on the ball. As Laura talked about, very active, outstanding blocker with 32 on the season. This one into the net as the Warriors try to get that one over the top, and an unforced error by Reese Speckman, number 5. It's a point for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, and the Hot Dogs will hopefully take advantage of that. They need to serve aggressively here and stay in their offense.
7:22 here in the first set. Brown with the set, and this one is way out of bounds. That's a point. That's the first mistake all match long for Windmiller.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know if that was a missed call on the hitter or just a miscommunication. Certainly, she did not go in for the quick 4 ball, and she was waiting out there for a 5. So she follows it up, unfortunately, with another error. But let's hope that this gives the Hot Dogs some momentum to move forward.
9:22, Frankfort to serve. And this one, unfortunately, goes in the net. That'll be a point for the Warriors. 23-9 as Danville closes in on the first set.
Yeah, certainly when you are down this much, you can't afford those unforced errors. Jump
serve by Danville. This one is out, and it's a point to the Hot Dogs. It's 10-23.
I think if you're Danville's coach, you still take that error. It's an aggressive error. They were trying to serve in part of the court where Frankfort wasn't covering well. I think it was an aggressive error, and if you're Danville's coach, I think you're pleased with their effort on serving in this first game.
Unfortunately, Tara Martinez serve is long. It's 24-10, set point for the Danville Warriors, and they get it. And so Danville cleans up Frankfort in this first set. It's the Warriors 25 and Frankfort 10 after the first set. You're watching high school volleyball. Danville, Frankfort, Sagamore Athletic Conference on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
We're back at Frankfort High School. Frankfort High School Athletic Director Ed Niehaus would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their help in purchasing our new head scorers table for Case Arena. The Farmers Bank, Witham Health Services, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones Financial Services, Encompass Credit Union, and Applebee's. If you'd like to have your business as a sponsor on our new scores table at Frankfort, please contact the High School Athletic Department for more information. It's Frankfort down 1-0 as Danville won the first set, Laura, 25-10. Frankfort has to do a better job receiving serve.
They really do. They probably had close to 10 receiving errors there in that first game. And unfortunately, the strongest part of Frankfort's game is hitting. But if you can't pass the ball to your setter, you don't get to showcase the best part of your game. So that is exactly what happened in game one. I have to think that Danville came out with a game plan to serve very aggressively, and they stuck to that game plan the entire game one.
There were fire that was coming out of the Danville players' eyes as they came out of the locker room and really jumped all over Frankfort from the very outset here in the first set, 25-10, as we get set to play in game number two. There's a little bit of delay here as a substitution will take place on the court for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
I think Danville wants to prove they have the same record right now as Frankfort in this conference, but I think they want to prove themselves that they really are the more dominant team in this conference. They just came out so aggressively in game one, and unfortunately Frankfort was back on their heels. So I think really all it takes for Frankfort to turn this around is the ability to pass the ball. They start passing the ball and running their offense. They can compete with Danville, but they have to do a better job passing.
Erica Stevens steps into the match here for Frankfort as Danville serves to start set number two. The Warriors, Brown with the set, and a little dink there by number 4 for Danville. That's Haley Godwin, and the Warriors are on the board.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there. She caught the setter out of place defensively, saw the hole in the floor, and put the ball in it. That's exactly what Danville needs to do. That was aggressive too. People think that if you tip the ball, it's not being aggressive. But actually, if you're doing it specifically because you see a hole, it's a very aggressive play, and that's exactly what Danville did.
Reese Speckman is the server for the Warriors, and there is a kill for the Warriors. It's 2-0. Danville on top early once again in set number two.
Yeah, Frankfort just has to get some passes up there so they can run a better offense. They are just struggling tonight on serve receive.
Speckman averaging 86.7% from the service line. And this one is going to go out, and Frankfort's going to get their first point of the match here in the second set, 1-2. Take a look at Coach Thomas from Danville leading her Warriors to a 13-15 record. But as we mentioned, they've really come on strong after their first 5 losses of the season.
Yeah, really, their record isn't indicative of how they're playing now at the end of the season, and that's really what matters. You know, losing those games early is not that big of a deal when you're a coach, and as long as you're excelling and you are gelling at the right time of the season, which they certainly are.
Wow, and another ace. They had just been serving gangbusters here in this match. It's now 4-1, the Warriors.
I don't think that we're 5 points in. I don't think that Frankfort has had one set to the front row. This will be the first one of the night this game for them.
This one is out. Little deep hit by Taylor Chandler. Point to the Hot Dogs. 2-4. I believe that's Erica Pillion in the match now. Will be serving number 1 for Frankfort. An unforced error. It's 3-4.
Yeah, and Danville's had 3 hitting errors this game, which I don't think they had 3 hitting errors the whole game 1. So maybe tides are changing in Frankfort. If they can stay aggressive and serve well and pass better, I think they really can compete with this team.
Nice serve there by Pillion. Good dig by Windmiller to keep it alive for Danville. Bell with the set. Ball goes to the net. Frankfort point, 4-all.
Yeah, I don't think, we certainly didn't see this many errors out of Danville the whole first game. So I don't know what's going on with them right now because they're getting good passes and good sets. They're just making a lot of unforced hitting errors.
Pillion with the serve for the Hot Dogs. And there's going to be a point, and Frankfort takes the lead, and Kia Russian is happy now on the sideline. Very
She has to have some relief there that they're playing better. Erica Pillion is one of the 7 seniors that Frankfort has on their squad. Mainly only plays in the back row. She's a really good, consistent server, and she is usually one of their better serve receivers.
And there's a block of the net. I believe that was Bella Colby. And Bella Colby gets her 45th block of the season. Doing a nice job for Frankfort. 6-4 Hot Dogs.
Volleyball is such a momentum game. It's always fun to see the team that just got beat soundly come back and change the momentum of the match.
Pillion serving on the backside to Logan Chandler, number 22. And there's going to be a point. Good swing by the Hot Dogs. 7-4 Frankfort in set number 2.
I think these seniors wanted to prove a point. They're not going away easy tonight, not on their senior night.
Erica Pillion to serve for Frankfort.
That's the senior leadership you want. Somebody stepping up to that service line and serving consistently.
This ball is hammered out of bounds by Reese Speckman, and it's another point for the Hot Dogs. It's 8-4 Frankfort. Pillion to serve.
I think if you're Coach Thomas, you aren't happy with your hitting effort right now. That was a setting error for sure, but their hitting effort is not good in this game. They have had multiple unforced hitting errors.
And Coach Thomas wants a timeout. And it's 9-4. Frankfort in set number 2. And with that, let me tell you, Frankfort's really turned things around. One of our game sponsors tonight is Endeavor Communications. Business phone solutions, more than a phone system. Endeavor offers a hosted unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at www.weendeavor.com. And Laura, Frankfort's gotten back in this match, and it's energized some of this crowd here.
Yeah, this is a certain very fired up crowd. That's good. Giving a little support to their seniors tonight. I talked about early that Frankfort's inconsistent, and that's really been their whole struggle the entire season. When they play well, they play very well, but unfortunately, they just don't sustain it for long periods of time. This is a really nice long stretch here of, 7, 8, 9 points in a row that they've played very well. I just hope that they can keep this consistency up for the rest of the match.
Well, unfortunately there for the Hot Dogs, Katie Lawrence, number 14, with a big kill from the outside for Danville. The Warriors 5-9, and the server is number 2, Taylor Chandler. This year she's got 39 aces, 88% from the service line for this Danville Warrior.
Yep, another young player is just a sophomore, and she is a really solid player. She does a nice job for them in the back row.
Wow, Windmiller with the set and a little dink on the far side by Katie Lawrence, number 14. It's a point to Danville. Danville again back in this match in the second set. It's 6-9. And serving is Taylor Chandler.
That was a good timeout, obviously, by Coach Thomas. for Danville. These girls have come out certainly more aggressive, and you can just tell the difference when they step back on the court after that timeout.
Taylor Chandler with her 40th ace of the season, 7-9. Danville is now back in the match.
It's been interesting, if you've noticed, for Danville, really most of the errors have been their older players, and their underclassmen are the people who are kind of lifting them up right now. That bodes well for Coach Thomas in the future.
Taylor Chandler, that youngster, with another ace, 8-9. Chandler serving for the Warriors.
Not an ace this time, but certainly didn't let Frankfort run their offense.
Brown, a nice set there, and Danville scores another point. And all of a sudden, Danville has retooled and taken the momentum back. And we've got a tie match at 9.
Yeah, that was certainly a very effective timeout. They're playing like a different team since they came back out onto the court. And that's what you always hope as a coach, that you make a difference and you find the way for them to turn the tides of the game, which they've certainly done here.
Colby with an attempt into the net, and Danville takes the lead. 10-9, Taylor Chandler serving.
She's done a fantastic job at the service line this game. And another very aggressive serve. Once again, Frankfort can't even run the offense.
And Kia Rushton recognizes that as well. She calls timeout. The Danville Warriors now on top 10-9, and Taylor Chandler has done a remarkable job serving for the Warriors. One of our game sponsors tonight is Ardente Dental. Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. We look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry available, not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. And for a while there, Kia Rushton, the head coach of Frankfort, was smiling. Right now, she's got to be really concerned.
Yeah, she really, this is just, unfortunately, what she has dealt with all season long is they have stretches where they look fantastic. And almost unbeatable sometimes, but unfortunately, they don't sustain it for very long. And I have to say, some of that credit goes to Danville because they've taken over at the service line. I mean, they are serving aggressively again, just like they did in game 1.
Taylor Chandler with another ace. She's been outstanding. Warriors 12-9. Chandler to serve once again. They're working on that back line. Very successful. And there's a block at the net. I think that might have been Houchin. Nope, it was number 6. Morgan Adamson with the block and the point. Adamson came into the match with 12 blocks this season. It's 10-12.
Yeah, she did a nice job there. Amber Houchin is in now. She just subbed in for the Hot Dogs, so they can count on her for some blocking.
There's a violation on the Hot Dogs. Danville gets the point. 13-10 in the lineup. For the Warriors is number 11, Katie West. Kate West in the lineup, number 11.
That's one of the few seniors on this squad, and she plays, subs in quite a bit in the back row. I don't think we saw her in game 1, but she just started out here tonight with an ace.
She has a high service percentage. That's no wonder why. Her 19th ace of the season, averaging 97.2%.
That's fantastic, and especially when you can serve like that. So 2 aces in a row for her coming in off the bench, and that's not an easy thing to do, to come in off the bench and serve that aggressively.
15-10, Kate West serving. There's the block of the net by Danville. This one is another unforced error, and Danville up 16-10. The block was made by Danville's Jocelyn Piercy, number 20.
Yeah, once again, Frankfort had to set the back row because that's really the only option they had. So you got to look for better passing, which we didn't get on this play, and see if you can get the momentum back.
Well, there's a point for the Hot Dogs there. Not quite sure why, but Frankfort picks up a point, 11-16. Looked like that ball went out of bounds. Someone must have touched it for Danville. Brown with the set. And a nice block up front by Frankfort. 12-16 Dogs. Trying to make a comeback here in the second set.
Yeah, that was a great block. They needed that. And get back in the head of the Danville hitters and hopefully get them hitting some errors like they did early in this game too. So that was a nice job by Frankfort.
Morgan Adamson serving for Frankfort, but there's a big hit in the middle for Danville and a kill by Kate West.
Yeah, those blockers were just light years early on that. I'm not really sure why, but just very, very early. They were already on their way down before the hitter contacted the ball.
Logan Chandler will now serve for Danville. Her percentage is way low, 68.4%, but a good opportunity. Not a whole lot of stress on her right now with Danville on top in this match. Wow, look at that. Windmiller.
Beautiful.
Sophia Windmiller with a kill.
That was beautiful. Nice little four ball out there. Split the block, able to go straight down the pipe. That was a gorgeous set.
18-12 Danville, and another timeout for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Danville 18, Frankfort 12. Danville leads this match 1-0. They won it 25-10 in the first one. So you take a good look at Coach Thomas and the Warriors. They really got their act together in this match.
Yeah, they did. They started out slow for sure, but they've come back and played really well. And if you're Coach Rushton, you have to be frustrated because we've seen them in this game too, in spurts, play so well, but they just can't sustain it. If you're Coach Rushton, really all you want them to do is put together 25 solid points. You know, you don't have to win every single one of those, but they don't seem to be able to keep it together for more than about 6 or 7 points at any given time.
For Coach Rushton, the Frankfort Hot Dogs' next match will be on October 9th with an outstanding Benton Central Bisons club. They are probably one of the top 3 clubs in the Hoosier Conference.
Absolutely. They're really good this year. They've been stronger the last few years, but this year they are really, really playing well.
For Danville, they'll be back with rival Tri-West. They get a week to relax as they don't get Tri-West until October 14th. As Frankfort will serve, the Hot Dogs down 13-18 in set number 2.
Yeah, and I think that if Danville plays like they are playing tonight against Tri-West, they really shouldn't have any trouble defeating Tri-West. I think for the Hot Dogs, it just depends on which team shows up. You know, we saw them play Clinton Central last week. They went 5 games, and they never gave up. I mean, it was so nice to see them playing with such heart and desire to win. If they could bring that over and have that kind of same drive and desire in every single match, I think they'd have a much better record.
19-13 Danville, another difficult chance here in receiving serve for Frankfort, and Danville adds their 20th point with Piercy serving number 20 for the Warriors.
Yeah, I think Danville got away from their game plan early in game 2, but they're back to what they were doing that worked so well in game 1, and I think they just have to continue to serve aggressively and take the Hot Dogs out of their offense.
There's a little dink and a point for Danville, and the Warriors on the board again, 21-13.
Yeah, Frankfort just almost looks in slow motion on defense tonight. They're still moving. Every time somebody hits the ball, they're not to their position, so they're still moving. Then they can't change direction if the ball doesn't come right to where they are.
Back set from the outside, and there's a point. That's Macy Sterrett with the kill, so Frankfort's on the board, 14-21. Bella Colby checking the lineup for Coach Rushton's Hot Dogs.
And that was a great hit by Macy, but once again, they had to set back row because they had to because of the pass, not because that was necessarily what they wanted to do. Nice job by Bella Colby there.
Back set, and there's a point. That's Martinez with the kill for Frankfort. And the Hot Dogs are beginning to move forward and get back in this match at 15-21. And for Danville, checking the lineup is number 14, Katie Lawrence. That one drops over, and just a matter of luck, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, you'll take it if you're Danville, but I don't think those ever feel good to anybody out there.
22-15. And the server is number 1, Belle Brown for Danville. And that's Sterrett with the kill, and that's the point for the Hot Dogs. 16-22. Macy Sterrett will serve. 86.1% serving percentage.
A little miscommunication there, but they handled it well. They certainly do not hesitate to go out there to win Miller as a freshman. She seems to be their go-to if they get a bad pass.
Adamson's attempted kill there is out of bounds. It's a point to Danville, 23-16.
And I believe actually the Hot Dogs have, not the Hot Dogs, sorry, the Warriors have 24, I believe.
And that is a point, and Laura, I believe you're right. That'll be 25-16. Danville will close out Frankfort in the second set here. It's now Danville 1 set away from taking this match. They win set number 2, 25-16. IHSAA Volleyball, Frankfort, Danville, Sagamore Athletic Conference on the ISC Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
We are back at Case Arena where Danville's really taking control of this match. It just took a look at the scoreboard. 25-10, 25-15. They're looking to close out Frankfort here in set number 3. But Frankfort has a chance to get on the board first.
Yeah, the Hot Dogs need to have a aggressive start here, and so far in this first point, it looks like they're doing just that.
Ball falls. Well, that will be a kill. Yeah, you're right, Laura. They're going to count that as a point. That was Adamson with the big kill for Frankfort, and the Hot Dogs are out on top here in the third set, 1-0.
Nice block there by Bella Colby. Say there, that bad pass made it impossible to get a good set for them. If you're Frankfurt, you want to play solid defense, pass well, serve aggressive, and you'll be in this game. Their hitting and blocking has been fine tonight. It's just been the other aspects of the game that have hurt them.
1-1 here in set number 3. Good dig on the back end by Danville. Keeping it alive. That's Woodmiller, the freshman, number 9.
So impressive. Just did a nice, solid job of keeping that ball in play. That was one of those really tough angles, and she didn't try to do more with it than she needed to.
Haley Godwin, number 4 for Danville, gets the Warriors on the board there with their 88th kill of the season. 2-1 Danville.
You can see there that they're going to just continue to serve aggressively. And I notice they're serving deep a lot, making Frankfurt move. And this is a tough serve receive here. Now they're pulling somebody else back to pass now.
Brown will serve for Danville.
That's a good call by Coach Rustin to pull another player back there for serve receive. And a hitting error by Windmiller. Not seen too many of those tonight for her.
She just missed that one.
Yep. All of her errors have been aggressive. I mean, they've just been long. I mean, she is a freshman. You'll take that. She'll get those swings in next year, but she's had very few errors tonight.
This is Erica Pillion serving for Frankfurt.
Yeah, and Erica gave them a good run last game with several really good serves. Hopefully she can do that again.
And there is the kill for the Hot Dogs and the point. It's all tied up now at 3.
Adamson does a really nice job anytime you have a really tight pass and she's front row. She is capable of putting that ball away.
Adamson this year with 112 kills. 3-3.
You have to think she, is setting, so she doesn't get nearly as many swings at that ball as other people are. And so, to have 112 kills is impressive. And most of those are on tight passes that she hits over.
4-3, this serve is out. We're going to go back to a 4-4 tie and a side out to the Hot Dogs.
With the serve, number 4, Tara Martinez.
Oh, that was in. Hit the line, just on the line.
5-4 Frankfurt. That was Macy Sterrett with the ace, her 24th ace of the season. Frankfurt, as you see, 5-4 in game number 3. And this one is a little bit out by Bella Colby. Ties it up 5-5.
It was a nice aggressive arm swing. Her timing just wasn't great, and unfortunately that ball went sailing out of bounds.
Here's Taylor Chandler serving for Danville. She had a tremendous amount of success serving in the second set for the Warriors.
And that was a great serve. Took them out of their offense. And now the Warriors are scrambling.
And make the mistake, and Frankfurt with the point. And it's side out Frankfurt. A couple substitutions now for the Hot Dogs.
Houchin and Whitaker into the game. Nice job. That was really nice defense by the Hot Dogs that time. Unforced error taking the ball over, but it was a beautiful dig in the back row there.
Danville 6-6, serving for the Warriors will be Kate West, number 11.
I really like how Adamson has played tonight. She's been super aggressive for Frankfort. Probably one of the most aggressive games I've seen her play. I think she wants to win tonight. It is her senior night, and I think that obviously shows it means a lot to her, and she has really come out guns blazing this evening.
That's a big point for the Danville Warriors. It was Haley Godwin, number 4, 7-6, Danville. This one is just out. And the Warriors get another point at 8-6 with Kate West continuing to serve for Coach Thomas's Danville Warriors.
I think Sterrett thinks they had a touch on that, but they didn't call it.
And a block up front by Danville. Good effort there by Brown. And it's 9-6 Danville, and Frankfort wants a timeout with their backs to the wall down 2-0. And Laura, right now, good chance for the Frankfort Hot Dogs to kind of organize and get themselves back and focused.
They need to regroup right there. That was really a blocking error because the two of them weren't communicating and they kind of ran into each other. Somebody has to call that ball and want it more than the other person. And, instead of hands on the ball, they're falling all over each other up there because they're not communicating well. On the other hand, you had Danville just know it was an overpass, go up in a nice aggressive block stance and put the ball right back over. And so those are the things that you expect to see from a Frankfort team that has a lot more seniors, but unfortunately they aren't playing like they have 7 seniors.
So far it's been all Danville tonight, 25-16, 25-10. Now 9-6 as Kate West will serve for Coach Thomas's Danville Warriors coming into tonight's match. 13-15 overall, 2-4 in the Sagamore Athletic Conference.
Yeah, another not great serve receive and then poor defense again. And they're just giving Danville chance after chance after chance. And sometimes keeping the ball alive is fine and the other team will just make an unforced error. But Danville has not made many of those tonight. At the beginning of game 2, they had several, but other than that, they've been very solid and not made many unforced errors.
Jocelyn Piercy with the last point for Danville, and that's Macy Sterrett with the good swing for Coach Rushton's club. And Frankfort chips into that margin now, 7-10. And serving, I believe, is Morgan Adamson for Frankfort.
And you would normally think when you have her in the back row and you have 3 hitters up for Frankfort that this would be a stronger rotation for them. But honestly, with the way she's been hitting out of the front row tonight, I think really they've been stronger when she's been up front. Probably the longest rally of the match here.
And there's an unforced error there from Frankfort. That's a big point. As you mentioned, a lot of energy from both clubs. 11-7 Danville. And Chandler will serve.
Hard to lose those long rallies. That's probably the best rally of the game. And when you're already down a few points, it's not good to lose those long rallies, especially on an unforced error.
That's Logan Chandler, number 22. She's a senior. And that's another point for Danville, 12-7.
That was just a fantastic, aggressive little jump set right over the net. No one was ready for it. You saw Frankfort still in transition. That was a really smart play there by Brown.
Tough set there by Frankfort. And Danville comes up with it big time with another point, 13-7.
That was a perfect example where Frankfort wasn't set. So you still had a girl switching over from the outside to the right side. She blocked the line of vision of your whole back row while she's moving, and that ball just falls in the middle of the floor, which was a totally very passable ball to get up, but unfortunately they're not in position when Danville's hitting, and it's causing a lot of chaos on that back row.
Logan Chandler will serve for the Danville Warriors. They've been serving really, really well this evening.
They have been, and I'm not sure quite why Frankfort is sometimes going in a two-passer set when you're struggling this much to pass, and Danville's obviously has several really solid servers. I would think you'd want to pull that third passer back just so that they had a little less floor to cover.
Sophia Windmiller hammers that one in for another point for Danville, 14-7.
I've watched a lot of volleyball this season. She is one of the most impressive freshmen that I've seen. And they go to her again. They certainly have confidence in her and put that ball outside to her a lot.
Bella Brown with the assist. She came into this one, number 1 with 231, and Sophia Windmiller with the big swing, and it's 15-7. Danville over Frankfort, and Danville is smelling victory right now. They've won the first 2 sets with command, 25-16 and 25-10. And this is a Danville squad that has really played well after their first 5 losses this season, looking for their 3rd victory in the Sagamore Athletic Conference.
You know, it just came to me, really, one of the biggest differences between Frankfort and Danville is people know their role for Danville. For example, Madison Shelley has come in there. She's a senior. She doesn't see a ton of playing time, but she goes back in there to the serving line and she serves aggressively. That's her job. That's her role on this team. And she steps up to the plate and she plays the role she's supposed to play. You see that miscommunication on Frankfort's side. People don't know what their role is yet, and it's already the end of season. By the time this season, to be successful, everybody has to know their place and play their role. And I think that's what we really don't see on the hot dog side of the net. You don't see anybody who really is owning their position. Adamson more tonight than probably anybody over there, and I've seen times when Bella Colby and Macy Sterrett have done that. Amber Houchin had a great game against Clinton Central. I mean, at times they get in their role and they do a good job, but it's not consistent like it is for Danville.
And boy, that freshman Windmiller is just fantastic with another kill. Sophia Windmiller, remember that name, freshman. She does it all. Came into this one with 145 kills, 186 digs, 255 assists, 45 aces. What doesn't she do well? But that block goes out of bounds, and Frankfort should get a point here. 9-16 side out to the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, I think Danville has a bright future. They have 2 very, very solid freshmen who are go-to players for them. So if you're Coach Thomas, you have to be pleased with that. And their seniors are more their role players. They come in and they do their job, and it may not be the person who gets all the sets. It may not be, the setter, but they do their job when they're in there and they play solid. And that's the kind of senior leadership that they need. But as you can tell, I mean, I would say the vast majority of their sets are going to Windmiller because they have that kind of confidence in her. Nice dig in that back row.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and a good block by Bella Colby. And Frankfort on the board. That's got to ignite that club right now. Marching and trying to get back in this one, 10-16.
Yeah, that was a big block. They needed that. It was a little roof on the house, get the crowd excited, get the girls excited. They definitely need that.
Oh, he just missed touching that one, and Danville gets the point. That was enormous turnover there for the Warriors, 17-10.
It was a nice effort by Adamson. Sometimes that hits that tape and it just throws your timing off, which is exactly what happened to Morgan there.
Another outstanding serve by Danville, but they keep the ball in play. And this one off the top of the block, and the Warriors get the point.
that was a good job for Danville sticking with that. I think they thought there was 4 hits by Frankfort. They were definitely getting upset there, but they stuck through it and came out the victors of that point for sure.
Bella Brown with the serve. This one knocked in the net. Another point for Danville, 19-10.
If you're Frankfort, you got to go now. I mean, they have 6 points to win the match, and you can't just keep waiting. You've really got to step up your game. Once again, miscommunication there by the Hot Dogs.
And there is another kill by Windmiller.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've seen her go down the line in a while, but the blockers had adjusted. They'd really pulled that block in, and she adjusted right back and sent that ball slamming down the line.
Sydney Ward checks into the lineup for Danville. A good look at Bella Brown. This one is blocked out of bounds, so it'll be Frankfort point, 11-20. Hot Dogs keep alive as Erica Pillion will check in the lineup, and she'll serve for Kia Russian's Frankfort Hot Dogs.
And she's been one of their best servers tonight, so hopefully she can get Frankfort on a run here and get them some points and get back in this match.
Little tip by Lawrence, number 14 for Danville. Frankfort keeps it alive. And there is a little mishit there by Danville's number 4, Haley Godwin, and the point goes to Frankfort, 12-20.
Yeah, I think that set was a little high for a 31, and you can only jump and reach so high, so it was a nice try on her part, but sometimes you'll just have that. I mean, not every set's going to be perfect, and I think she did what she could do with that one, so.
That one, it looked like it could have been in.
Yeah, I thought it looked in to me too. See what they're going to call here. They did call it in, I believe.
So it'll be 13-20 Frankfort, side out. Pillion. Actually, Pillion was serving there, so the Hot Dogs should score the point, but the officials now are gathering together.
Yep, line judge had something to say to them. I'm not real sure what it was, because even if it was a touch, it would still be Frankfort's ball, so I'm not really sure what the discussion is about here. Nope, a side out, but don't signal why.
So we change the scoreboard. Danville gets the point instead of Frankfort. It's the Warriors 21 and Frankfort 12. And serving for Danville's number 9, that freshman Sophia Windmiller. Windmiller, 90.3% from the service line. And Windmiller knocks in the net.
They even go to her when she's on the back row.
Frankfort, 13-21.
Unfortunately, that was the kind of free ball that you wanted to be able to take advantage of if you were the Hot Dogs.
Danville is going to get the point here.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout by Coach Rustin at this point. Try to change that momentum a little bit like we've seen in other games. In game 2, Danville really struggled at the beginning and really got it together once Coach Thomas called the timeout.
Chandler with another ace. She's just been amazing serving tonight. Number 2, Taylor Chandler.
She has really served the Hot Dogs off the court, unfortunately, for Frankfort. She's done an excellent job.
Colby's shot has blocked the net, and that's a point for the Danville Warriors. Reese Speckman, number 5, 24-13 set point, match point right here for Danville to close out the Hot Dogs here at Case Arena. The serve by Chandler.
And really what Danville's done is just taken Frankfort out of their offense. They've served so very aggressively, and honestly, usually you are calling out Starrett and Colby multiple times a night for kills. We just haven't done that tonight because they haven't been able to pass well enough for that to happen.
Reese Beckman with the kill for Danville, and that closes this one out. 25-12 in the third set. So Danville wins this match 3-0. Danville improves to 14-15, and the Frankfort Hot Dogs fall to 9-18, and we'll return to wrap this one up. You've been watching high school volleyball on the ISC Sports Network.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down. Smithson tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
Back at Case Arena, you see it. Danville improves to 14-15 on the year. Their third victory in the Sagamore Athletic Conference. Improved to 3-4. Frankfort drops to 2-5 in the conference. They're 9-18 on the year. And for Archibald, talk a little bit about Frankfort's development, what they need to do to get back on track with Benton Central.
Yeah, you know, they don't have a lot of time here till sectional, so they have to push to get this together. Players have to know what their roles are, keep in their zone, stay there, and they have to be able to pass better and play better defense. Their offense is their strength, but if you don't pass well enough to run an offense, you never are going to get on top. So that has to really be the focus for the Hot Dogs in the next week before sectional starts.
Two people that really stand out for Danville in tonight's match is serving Taylor Chandler and, of course, the young sophomore Sophia Windmiller.
Yeah, they really were fantastic. And honestly, Brown was really good tonight too. And you know, when you are talking and saying how good these two freshmen and a sophomore are, that bodes really well for Danville in the future.
And for the Danville Warriors with the victory, they'll be next up. They'll take off a week and match up with the arch rival Tri-West. As we mentioned, Benton Central will be coming playing Frankfort, and Benton Central is one of the top programs in the area. They're really a sound club. The final, once again, you see it on the board. Danville 25-10, 25-15, 25-12, a 3-0 win to take home this victory. They're 14th on the season. Let's take a look at Kia Rushton. This broadcast was a partnership between the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network. Big shout out to the student crew of Jennifer Del Toro, Austin Penry, and Madison Cook. For Laura Archibald, I'm Mike Walensky. Thanks for watching this high school volleyball match on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at